Hey everyone, Chris Lipe here, and we're talking about playing fast well today. One of the biggest obstacles that improvisers and all guitarists alike struggle with from time to time. I know I certainly have. And I really struggled for most of my guitar playing life until I started to change my mindset on playing fast. You see, a lot of times, guys who are practicing to get faster will pick a lick or pick a scale, and they'll set the metronome, and they'll woodshed it. Okay, I'm starting at, 120 beats per minute, blow through something, play sort of fast, and then turn the metronome up 5 beats per minute, and then turn the metronome up another 5 beats per minute when you get that, and then keep creeping it up until you can't quite get that one last note or whatever it is. And I've done that a lot, and what ends up happening to me is that, fine, I might be able to blow through whatever it is to the metronome, but as soon as I get it in a musical context and I try to connect it to real playing and make a real guitar solo out of it, I can't do it. Like, I can woodshed all day, but then when it comes to incorporating it into something real that I and other people will want to listen to, the woodshedding thing never really helped me. But here's what helped me finally get this playing fast thing and actually make it musical and make it relevant to my playing. See, playing fast isn't the goal. Being musical is the goal. And in order to do this well, we need to keep in mind this concept, the concept of the target notes. You see, when you're blowing through a scale, when you're practicing really fast, when you're trying to work on your technique, you're not thinking of the underlying melody. You're not thinking of the journey that you're trying to take guitar players on. And so your focus is all on mechanics, which there is some place for that. But if you combine short, varied bursts of speed with landing notes or target notes, you not only give yourself a break because you don't have to play fast forever, you are able to set the stage for a journey. Think about taking a road trip, for example. There's multiple destinations on a road trip. You might drive to one place, get some gas, check in. Maybe you're going to one hotel, one destination, spending some time there, taking it in, remembering the drive out to that destination. Then you get in the car and you go to your next destination. And you have this journey. The drive is the journey, and then you reach this destination that you can enjoy. When I think of speed like that, as though I'm driving in a car, arriving at a destination where I'll have time to savor the note and savor the journey there, it takes on a whole new meaning. Let's break down what I just played in order to really start understanding this concept. And you can download the track and the tabs by following the link below. So you can insert this into your own playing and really practice it, really get it in your fingers. The track's in the key of C. And that first burst of speed was based off of a C major 7 arpeggio that I sweep picked. I actually started with the A. So it almost sounds like an A minor 7 sort of thing. But here's what I did. And then went down to that C. C is my first destination. That note right there on the 5th fret. So when I'm practicing this, my goal is to get things clean. But this is my drive. There's my destination. There's where I'm able to savor things. There's where I'm able to complete my first leg of my journey. And rather than practicing this to a metronome, I'll simply go to the musical context that I want to incorporate it into. This is how I compose. This is how I write my solos. And I'll just play that over and over again. So in a sense, I'm woodshedding, but I'm doing it in the musical context, and I have a complete thought here. the journey and the destination. So sometimes I nailed it, other times I didn't, but the whole time I'm focusing on keeping things in time, in the pocket with the track, and making it musical, making sure I land prettily on that note. Now there's all sorts of mechanics here. You know, there's consecutive picking, there's legato playing, there's all sorts of things going on. And so when you're learning a lick, or when you're incorporating a lick, or working on a technique, you obviously want to make sure that you've got things down before you start taking it up to tempo. And you can do that with the track as well. Check this out. So slowing it down to half speed, creating other frameworks within this framework to help yourself with the technique. As opposed to playing, slowing down the tempo and bringing it back up to tempo, make the context stay and adapt your playing within your technical limits to that particular context. This helps me way more than the traditional metronome way of practicing. Let's move on to the second little journey and destination in what I played earlier. So this section here, pretty simple, straightforward, pentatonic kind of thing, but there is some speed there. And then that really exaggerated bend. So slow down. Fifth fret, seventh fret, basically out of the pentatonic scale. So the idea is to get that feel in your fingers. That phrasing, even at an extremely slow pace. Or it's a combination of bending, alternate picking, downstroke, up, down, up. Let's take it to the track and let's play those notes at like a quarter of the speed that I was playing them at. Remember, you're just trying to make good phrases here. That's it. Speed is not an object as you're incorporating this phrasing into the context. Now let's try incorporating just that little burst in. So starting slow, sticking to the context, and then gradually working it up to where it works under different subdivisions. You're just using different phrasing, but you're keeping the context as primary. All right, let's look at the very last journey and destination that I did at the beginning of this video. If you remember, it was that run down, largely legato. Here's the phrasing. So it's this fingers, 4, 1, 3, 4, 3, 1. And then I'm walking down this major scale. With that phrasing. Now that's totally one of those things that, you know, you would want to like put on a click and like, okay. And make sure you can play it faster and faster and faster. But I'm telling you, that's not the way it's worked for me. Get this phrase as a rhythm in your ear, like a mini hook. Use legato in picking at your discretion. I tend, when I start speeding it up, I tend to only pick the first note on each string. Like that. But notice even there, like, I wasn't that consistent. It didn't sound that great. I almost feel like I need the context to make myself feel like I'm playing it musically. Because if I just do this... Yeah. Even though it's fast, it just doesn't, it lacks the zest that I need to make it feel really musical. I could never incorporate that if I didn't have my C. That was my destination. And the context to get there. This right here is just a vehicle to take your journey down to that C. Look at things that way. It doesn't minimize the technique. It just helps you get to your destination, helps you contextualize things that would ordinarily just feel like speed drills. Let's try this several times over the track with different phrasing, different subdivisions, see what happens. Totally changing the subdivision there. Same pattern. do some short bursts. So getting myself used to playing at that level, that speed, but not trying to tackle the whole thing yet. Remember, my destination is here. Maybe that needs to be my destination for a while, so I can do the whole thing. Yuck. So I need to make it a shorter destination. And when you're ready, take your full road trip. Combine your ideas with your various destinations together. Use your vehicles to get there. Think about those short bursts of speed as journeys in and of themselves, but you're connecting with points of being able to savor a note, being able to rest, being able to take things in. Pacing, phrasing, all these things come into play. And this sort of mindset, this sort of approach can be worked on with any set of licks, with any ideas, anything you're wanting to incorporate. You've got this cool alternate picking thing or this new arpeggio you've learned. Work it in. Choose a destination, choose a context, and go for it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to download the track and the tabs, and put a video up and link me to it. Let me see what you're doing with this stuff. Talk to you soon.